Today I'm making steak with some stir-fry asparagus with garlic and some mushroom stir-fry with A1 sauce. Everything is quick and simple, seasoning with black pepper and salt and a little bit of hoisin sauce. But for the mushroom, I like it with just A1 sauce. I think it's just fine. Sometimes I do change things up a little bit different and add a little bit of onion. But as of today, A1 sauce it is with the mushroom. And for the steak, I don't get the regular steak, but I get the Wagyu beef. And then I thin it out with some slide, and then I'm just gonna go straight up on the pan. I don't put it in the air fryer like my husband. He just like to go extra mile. I think he bake it in the air fryer for like 180 for 30 minutes or so, and then he take it out and put it on the pan. And then I forgot some rosemary at my parents, so the steak with just regular seasoning it is. It tastes really nice. I actually likes it. It melts in my mouth. It's kind of remind me of the filet mignon, but for me, Wagyu beef, it's cheaper if you get, the Wagyu beef than the steak, or maybe it's break even. I'm not sure. But today, we finally taken our son to the beach because he been begging to go to the beach. But first, we gotta stop by Bucky to get his gummy bear. And I don't know why this year we have a lot of bugs, and it's so juicy, you guys. Like when we drive on the road and it's all hit my windshield. But my husband thought it was like raining. That's how juicy they are. And when we stopped by Bucky, the man, he was just making fun of us, saying like, "Are we collecting the bug or what?" But luckily, Bucky, they have the bug station removal, so we can just stop by and remove most of the bugs. And yeah, there was a lot of them lately. We head to the beach. We usually go to Surfside because the sand is harder. We can drive there onto the sand and unload everything. Again, our family, we just changing place to eat, literally, because we're gonna have some beer and have some snack. That's what we often do. And my son, of course, the minute he get there, he like to scoop his sand and play in the water because the weather have been stormy lately. So that's why you see a lot of seaweed. It's gonna take them some time to remove all of this, but that doesn't stop my son from playing with the sand. We also bought his kite. Last time I didn't get the kite from the kite festival for my son because I thought it was gonna rain, but this time I stopped by HEB and I saw it was like $2, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna get that. Plus they have Paw Patrol, which is what my son currently liked, so that's what I got him. And then my parent, of course, they love the beach. The water is pretty clear, even though there's a lot of wave. Except for the seaweed, the water is pretty clear. My parents, they like to soak themselves in, like salt water. They think it's good for their joint. When we in our country, we live by the ocean too, and we often go to the ocean every morning around 5 or 6 in the morning before we start our day. But here the beach is like 45 an hour away from us, so this is how we start our summer. Maybe a couple times a month will be enough since we do pay for the annual fee here.